everyone, this is going to be a pick a card reading telling you what could help motivate you. So we have 3 piles. There's going to be the purple pile, the blue pile, and then the clear pile. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Also, for some of you, if you feel drawn to or called to lighting a candle, for some of you that could really motivate you, just lighting a candle. Also, it doesn't have to be perfect. So some of you are lacking motivation because you're putting too much pressure on whatever it is you need to do, or you're trying to do it all at once instead of taking it one step at a time. So we'll get right into the piles. For pile 1, the purple pile. So this pile could benefit from asking for help. And I'm hearing some of you say, well, I don't have anybody that can help me. So if that's the case, then spirit will help you. So you're going to be helped either way, whether that's through people or through spirit. I mean, either way, it's through spirit. But you're not alone is what you need to know, and that you can ask for help. And even if whatever you're dealing with feels overwhelming or overbearing, or like someone wouldn't understand, you can still find help. I feel like this could, for some of you, you are off balance because this could be like, for some of you, a roommate situation, for example, and you're not speaking up and saying like, hey, I need you to help with this bill, or I need you to clean these things or clean up after yourself. So it's just a matter of, you need to speak up and you need to ask for what you need. And I feel like once you do, people are going to be really willing to do that. Like maybe you've worked it up in your head, like it's going to be a fight or an argument, or that people won't respond well if you do ask for help. But what you're asking for is completely normal and it's completely valid. You're not asking for someone to go out of their way or to, it's like a very logical thing that you're asking of them. And for a few of you, the person's reaction, if they don't react well, that's going to tell you everything you need to know about your relationship with that person and how much they value it. But for most of you, I feel like this, whoever you ask for help is not going to have a problem helping you or doing whatever they need to do, whether it's helping you with something personal to you or just helping you by taking care of what they need to do, like someone slacking on their responsibilities. And I feel like you've been keeping your energy in balance because of this, because the more you try to do it on your own or try to figure it out and not include others in it, the farther out of balance you get. It's like you're taking on too much. You're already taking care of your own half, and with the rest, you need to ask for help. So that's really what's gonna motivate you, is like teamwork, people coming together. And for some of you, there's like a larger picture or a larger mission at hand. And so people want the chance to help and to be involved in whatever it is because they believe in it. And even if that's just you, maybe they just believe in you, so they want to help you. They want you to achieve your goals and they want to do what they can to help you get there, or just to help you be successful, balanced, happy. So whatever your situation is, the people around you or even spirit around you is more than willing to help. You just have to ask. You just have to state your needs. You have the King of Pentacles twice, so I feel like no matter what, no matter how you go about this, you're going to be supported, but you're still going to feel that imbalance within yourself if you don't speak up and ask for help. Could even be just asking for advice. It doesn't have to be like a physical help. And the more you do this, the more you're going to see that people are there to help you, and you're not going to feel so alone and overwhelmed, feeling like you have to do everything, which causes procrastination because you're already overwhelmed, thinking about what you're gonna have to do, and so you lose motivation that way. But I feel like you're there, like you're really close. You don't have like a long way to go. You're right there, about to have the chance to be in balance. You just have to ask, and ask and you shall receive. So that's all I'm getting for this pile. I hope this helped you, and in a way, just watching this reading could be your way of asking for help, and it could be everything you needed, or needed to hear. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay, pile 2, the blue pile. This is gonna be your pile, what will help motivate you right now. So what's gonna help this pile is probably a message you've already heard. I feel like this pile is very intuitive and connected to the divine, and you hear your gut, your intuition speak very loudly. You don't have a problem hearing it, but sometimes you do have a problem trusting it fully, just because the connection you have to spirit is one where you shift timelines and you shift things energetically in such a grand scale that you're asked to believe in the impossible because you make the impossible happen. So you've never learned from anyone on earth to think that way and to believe that way. It's not something you were raised to know or to understand. It's something that your own connection to spirit told you. So I feel like you already know not to worry and to take a break and to rest when your body asks you to, when you need it. And resting doesn't have to mean just scrolling on your phone. Resting can mean even just taking a walk and clearing your mind before doing something you need to do. Just making yourself a priority instead of the things that you have to do or that you need to do. Because when you make yourself the priority, those things just come easier. But when you feel like you have to force yourself to do those things instead of resting, it's like this balance between, you feel like, okay, I have to do the laundry, for example, but you don't want to do it because you know it's just going to take a while. Maybe it's just a really exhausting task for you. And so you're like, okay, I'll just rest because I just want to take a break. But instead of resting, you just scroll on your phone and think about all the time that's passing and how you still haven't done what you need to do. So that's not actually resting. So there are some cases when you just have to just be like, I'll just do it. I'm making it bigger than my head, and I'll rest after. And there are other times when you're like, I really don't have the energy. I'm gonna just rest and then do it later. And it's just about determining which type of situation that is for you and what the best thing to do is. But Spirit wants you to know you can't mess this up. You can't get it wrong. So go with your choices. Don't be back and forth. Like if you're like, okay, I'm gonna just rest and then I'll do that later, then stick to that and don't be worrying about it the whole time. Like, should I have just done it now? And if you feel like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it now, then just do it and be happy doing it because you just made a choice for yourself. Don't feel stressed doing it, like now I have to do this. Be empowered by knowing you had the choice and you made the choice, and trust yourself. Like there's a part of you that made that choice to do it right now. So trust in that self or that voice, and trust in your own decision. I feel like you trust Spirit, but you have a problem trusting yourself. But Spirit wants you to know, like, it's all connected. Like if you trust Spirit, then you should trust yourself because of your connection. You're not going to be thinking opposite thoughts of Spirit. It's like they connect through you. You're a channel. You're a portal. And I feel like you're in kind of a waiting transitionary period where everything, because you make these really large leaps and shifts in life that like others have taken lifetimes to make, you make on the daily. But because of that, there's like it takes a second, there's a delay for the physical to catch up because it's such a big shift, but it will catch up. And in those waiting periods, which you are always going to go through because you're so ahead, but you're supposed to be. It's not like you're not being present It's just the way you move life and you move the collective forward and you help life shift forward. It's such big leaps that you do go through these little waiting periods after you make the internal leap. You wait a bit and then the physical catches up. And I feel like it's catching up faster. Like before, the waiting period may have been a lot longer, but now it's not as delayed. But even so, in those moments, it's really important not to give in to doubt, because that's in those waiting periods where you can start to doubt yourself. And maybe I wasn't listening, maybe I heard it wrong, maybe I followed the advice wrong. And it's like, these doubts are useless. They're not helpful and they're not helping you. All they're doing is, they're just like garbage, like in your perfectly clean home, just dumping a whole dumpster of garbage in your living room. Like that's all that it does. So work on trusting yourself and your connection to spirit. You already trust spirit, as I said, so just work on trusting yourself and trusting your body and your mind, and that they're all working together on a level that you aren't always consciously aware of, but you can trust it. And also, because you're so in tune, if you were to go off the path, or if there was something not in aligned with you, you would feel it instantly. You wouldn't have to be like, is this what I'm feeling? Like there's no question. If there's question, it's like, let me just say this. Your feelings are so on point that if there's like a wishy-washy type of feeling, it's just your own mind cluttering things up. Don't even pay attention to it. You'll either get a strong yes or a strong no. And if there's anything in between, it's not important, basically. Like if it's important enough, spirit will let you know. And if it's not that important, it's just gonna sound like chatter and like noise. And you don't need to pay any mind to it. Don't pay any attention to it. So it's like you know, but you don't believe. Like you know what you know and you don't doubt that. But then the doubts are like coming from this other place. And I feel like you understand that, you recognize that. And maybe this is just what you needed to hear, is like, you just need to trust yourself more and trust that when spirit speaks, you will hear it. If it's a yes or a no, it will be clear to you, and anything unclear isn't important, okay? So just let that be the message you stick with. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Pile 3, the clear pile. This is gonna be your pile for what can help motivate you right now. So first, I wanna say this pile, I can feel that you are really struggling and you're really going through it right now. So just know that you're not alone in that feeling, because if I'm able to pick up on it, then I'm only able to do that because spirit picked up on it, or spirit is aware of it and let me know. So you're not alone, even if you feel that way. There are higher powers that know exactly how you feel and are with you. And I feel like you were drawn to this pile because you want clarity, and it's the clear pile. You need clarity, or just, it's like everything in your life right now could feel like it's just been turned upside down, and you just need something or someone to tell you that it's gonna be okay, that you're gonna get through this, that it's all gonna be okay, that the world isn't ending, everything is fine, and everything will be fine first. So I feel like you are going through this like dark night of the soul because you at some point realized you didn't know your why. Like you didn't understand why anything. Like why am I doing this? Why am I existing? Why am I, like, you didn't feel like you had that higher or deeper meaning to make life seem worth it. And I feel like you're now going through this transformation because your spirit asked for change. Even if you didn't consciously know you were asking for this, your soul did ask for this, and the change has already come, and it's already started. And I feel like you're in a place where you're so down and broken, but at the same time, like, someone just saying one nice thing can really lift you up instantly. Like you're very vulnerable, but that's a really good place to be in, because it allows you to simultaneously shed your pain while taking in love, because you're open. You're not closed off. So first of all, no matter how bad it feels right now, and this may be hard to understand or to believe, but some part of you knows it's true, this is the right thing for you. This is healing you. You are on the mend. And you will be happy again, even if you can't imagine that right now, even if you can't imagine being successful, thriving, just having like respect and honor. That is all coming for you. That's literally the path you're on. It's just like, this is the part where, like in the hero's journey, like they have to be totally broken down and feel like the entire world is against them. But that's not the end of the story, is the point here. This is not the end. It's in fact just a new beginning. So I feel like if you can't find the motivation right now, all you need is just the motivation just to wake up another day. Like that's enough. Like if you're just waking up, that's enough right now. And don't like overburden yourself to do everything right now or get your entire to-do list done right now. I feel like you need all your energy right now, and anything else that's not extremely urgent, it can wait. So assess like what you're giving your energy to. Are you spending time on things that can wait, that you don't have to do right now, that you can put off while you care for yourself? If so, do that and spend that energy on yourself, and just, even if you just need to sit alone and just have some quiet time to yourself, just away from people, away from everything. Just do what your soul is calling you to do, and know that everything is okay, no matter how it feels. And that's the truth. It's like you don't know right now, but you will know. You can't see it right now, but you will. You just have to believe in it. You just have to believe that, like, you don't have to feel something to believe in it, is the thing. Sometimes the feeling can help you believe, but sometimes we can't feel it at all. We can't even imagine it. So we just have to believe it anyway. But this is a really transformative time for you. Nothing will be the same. Your entire world is shifting, but it's for the better. And as painful as it feels right now is as good as it's gonna be after this pain clears. As good or better. Nothing is lost. Whatever you feel like you've lost, you haven't. You're just not able to see it from that perspective. It's like you're focused on the loss. So I just feel like don't try to force yourself out of where you are. You have to just go through it. And just don't put so much on yourself. Don't put too many expectations or too much pressure, because that's not helpful right now. You are your only focus right now. And I think the more you focus on yourself, the more healing you're gonna feel, the more healed and the less painful it's gonna feel. That's really all I'm getting for this pile. Take it one step at a time. Don't put too much on your plate. Don't focus on what's not urgent right now, and you will get through this. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.